Yes. Now that's what I was thinking the entire time, you know? That the rain was like it was symbolic for the relationship, the current status, the relationship between Aoi and Kotori. That it was just, you know, it wasn't that great the last couple of days, and all of those days it was raining, and now we're feeling probably a bit better again, and the sun is shining, the rain has stopped. The next day, the rain, which had stretched over several days, stopped. Did we do it? The improved airframe was finally complete. Standing before this object they'd put their blood, sweat, and tears into, everyone was filled with emotion. Is it the one that Kotori can fly? Standing a bit away from me, Kotori's eyes were shining with just a bit of happiness. Seeing that, Ageha winked and smiled at me secretly. I nod back at her. There's still a bit of distance from Kotori. However, the awkwardness from before is gone. It seemed we were both waiting for a good time to make up. Alright. This is the first time Yoru actually seems kind of excited, huh? Normally she's like, huh, this is not impressive, huh? But now she's like, oh, let me help too! We take apart the assembled airframe and load it onto the trailer. Today we will go to the runway and do a test. Really, we're gonna do a test? Today, a test with our new model glider. Oh yeah. Oh, Asa's completely new to this. Today was Asa's first time to do assembly work on the glider's body. It's not difficult work, but mistakes can lead to large accidents. Uh-oh, you hear that, Asa? You got a lot of responsibility. When people involved with gliders do assembly work like this by themselves, they begin to understand the composition and functions of the airframe. Hey, Anchan! Anchan says this while gazing at the improved glider being assembled. I'd gotten him to help with the transporting of the glider. I would imagine Anchan feels connected to this glider too. Hey, come on, don't underestimate us. It's thanks to your help, Anchan. He provided us with cheap materials, searched for difficult to find parts, and sometimes helped with building. Oh yeah. Yep. It's my first time flying here in a while. Until today, I had been using my weekends and doing training at runways at a distance away. I'm different than I was a year ago. I'm much better now. This is a bit weird though, yeah. Without Amane, it doesn't feel complete. This will be my first time flying without Amane too, right? At least like with the glider here. She says she's busy because she's an adult. Even if she isn't here today, she'll have plenty of other chances to see a test flight. Okay. Am I going to be flying with Kotori? I think so, right? Alright! I get into the cockpit and check the piloting system. The tail assembly and wings have been remade, so it feels different from before. We carefully undertake various types of checks. Of course, Asa and the other newbies were nervous, but so were Ageha, Kotori, and I. It is our first test flight in a long time. Kotori's gonna be with me, right? Nope. Surprise, Kotori! Guess what you're going to be doing, Kotori? It feels like everybody just sort of got promoted one job, right? One task. Now the Amane left, Kotori sort of took her place. Ageha has taken Kotori's place, and and the new member Asa is taking Ageha's place. And we got one extra. Ah, we're just kidding. You're just gonna sit on the sideline, Kotori. You don't have to do anything. Nah, of course not. You're gonna come with me. Kotori asked with insecurity in her voice. Without a word, Ageha winked at me. Your seat is over there, isn't it? I motioned to the rear seat with my thumb. You're gonna fly with me, girl? Kotori looked around at everyone's faces. Until coming here, Kotori had been assigned the position of controlling the winch. However, no one is surprised by the sudden change. That's because there had been a meeting beforehand with everyone except Kotori. Oh, wait, we had a meeting without the leader? Uh-oh. Kotori also realized that when she saw everyone's unnatural expressions. I made you a promise, right? I'll let you ride first. I made you wait quite a while, but... Kotori had been looking at me vacantly as I blushed. But soon she blushed even more. She'll get her turn too, but you're the leader, Kotori. She will too, just, you know, you're gonna have to first honor Kotori. Yeah, you're not even allowed to fly, Yoru. The first flight for the club president. Kotori glanced upwards at me nervously, as there has been some awkwardness between us for the past several days. I can't expect her to suddenly be happy. Yes. Okay. Here we go, Kotori. Kotori was lifted by the others and put into the rear seat of the glider. Don't touch the control stick. I spoke to Kotori as I got into the front seat. Yeah, don't touch any of the buttons, okay?
Aoi,
of course I won't. Close the canopy. Oh, can't believe we're back here again. Felt like it's been a while, but it's good to be back. The canopy was closed. Outside sound was blocked out by the clear dome. It's just me and Kotori. I felt a sense of nervousness coming from the rear seat. Outside, Ageha was running towards the winch. Yoru was inspecting the surrounding conditions from a distance away, and Asa's checking the tow line. Finally, it's time for the improved glider's first flight. The wings we all made together will fly through the air. And the promise I made with Kotori a year ago will be fulfilled. Yes. The air current is calm today. We won't be able to fly very high, but this is perfect for our first test flight. But if you get scared, tell me, okay? I'll land right away. We're fine over here, Ageha. Over and out. I heard Ageha's voice through the radio. Are you alright, Kotori? Oh wait, that's the Kotori, not through the radio. Shit. We're okay. I answered Ageha and gave the signal to Asa. Asa walked around to the side of the body and lifted the wing, which had been leaning on the ground. Did she have to say that in English? The runway had been checked. Lift us up! Let's go! Are you ready, Kotori? We're blasting off into space! Okay, not into space, but in the sky. Whoosh! The tow line was pulled and the glider began to move. It accelerated suddenly. Asa was running with all her might, but soon let go of the wing. I pulled the control stick. The glider, which had been running over the weed-covered, bumpy ground, gently lifted up. Uh-huh. While the glider floated near the ground, it was pulled by the winch and picked up even more speed. I'm going higher! I pulled the control stick back and aimed the nose upward. Up and up we go! The airframe suddenly began to gain altitude. Whoa! Are you okay? Feeling the G's with my whole body, I gripped the control stick so the glider wouldn't lose control. As we got further from the ground and the sky spread out before us, outside the canopy. I'm going to disconnect! User disconnected. As we got directly above the winch, I pulled the release lever. The hook was disconnected, and the tow line was released from the underside of the airframe. Shouldn't we check? Shouldn't we check if the balloon is like going downwards, or the parachute? We were released from the force that had been pulling us back, and the glider was thrown into the sky. I quickly turned and checked the tow line's disconnection. There it is. I have confirmed the release. Yep. You excited, Kotori? This is how it is. Oh. Kotori, who had always been in charge of the winch, was looking at the small parachute from below. Takeoff successful. As I announced this, Kotori looked at the outside view from her rear seat. How is it? We're high in the sky, baby. Are you scared? I'm facing forward, so I can't see, but I'm sure that Kotori's round eyes are sparkling. That's what her voice sounded like. To check the feel of the new wings, I first flew slowly over the runway. It responds to the rudder more quickly than the old wings, but the feeling of the gliding is smooth. Definitely an improvement. As this is a test flight, I have to remember how it feels and report it to Ageha later. I mean, to be fair, Asa and Yoru were already small before. Right now, it has a good feel. It's more sensitive than the old glider, but the gliding itself is smooth. Kotori, you didn't say the k. What did she have to do? What does she have to do her best at? I have a grasp of the feel, so I'll stretch out my legs a bit. Shall we go back to that place? Windmill Hill. To our favorite spot. Kotori seemed to think it was a good idea. I tilted the control stick to the side, stepped on the rudder pedal, and flew the glider toward the lake. Oh yeah. Can you believe it, Asa? Something that we built together is now flying through the sky. Magic. That's the only explanation. Magic. This victorious music though, and of course just as I say that it ends, god damn it. The glider crossed over the lake and drew near the area above Windmill Hill. Is it me or do the wings actually look like a bit longer than the old one, the old design? Oh yes, look at this, damn this site. We were at the edge of the north side of the lake. The lake is long and thin vertically. This portion of it in particular is narrow, almost looks like a river. Thanks to that, crossing over it in a glider is simple. I slowly flew the glider over the peak of Windmill Hill. There was a bit of warm air current. I like the view here most of all. I saw the dock's round roof in the area that Kotori was looking at. It's a rather large building, but it looks small from up here. Do you remember it? The day that we first met. That's our spot, Kotori. Windmill Hill. Right over in that area. Your wheelchair had gotten a flat tire. Yes, I did. I swooped in like a hero. And then the glider that Amane was piloting came flying in. Like it was destiny. Had even one of these coincidences not happened, we may not have been enjoying this time together in the sky right now. Kotori spoke with emotion as she looked down through the canopy. I flew around the area slowly, just as Amane had done at that time. Kotori called my name nervously from the back. For what? Aww. Oh, I wonder about that though. Like, is that new cockpit actually already worked into this version of the glider or not? She was talking about the blueprint that Amane had drawn for us. I don't think so, right? Because I imagine that takes a pretty long time to build. But I didn't do anything. I just learned that there were cockpits for people with handicaps and collected information. Amane had found it by chance and drew a blueprint for us. It's not like I asked for it. If you want to thank someone, tell Amane. Aww. Oh, yeah. I felt a little embarrassed to be told that. At the time, I hadn't dreamed that Amane would prepare something like that for us. So, in my surprise, I got too excited. I'd gotten too happy, so Kotori, who should have been happy, felt confused. I just found it on the net by chance, and thought, if we had this, Kotori could fly by herself. I didn't do anything to warrant being thanked. Being thanked, even though I didn't do anything special, actually made me feel weird. But I'm glad that Amane drew that blueprint. When we finish building the cockpit, you can fly too. You'll have to train really hard, you know? I jokingly spoke in a threatening manner, but Kotori nodded solemnly for the rear seat. Kotori hesitates, as though it's hard to say. I heard the sound of her inhaling, as though she were taking a deep breath. Oh, it's okay. I don't want to hear anything about it from you, Aoi. She apologized. Her voice made it sound like she was about to cry. I couldn't bear it, so I began to speak. No, I'm sorry I intruded on your personal matters. Kotori reflexively cut me off. You don't mind me barging into your personal life? Kotori... Yes, sometimes you're a little bit of a tsundere. I feel like this is maybe as close as a confession that Kotori is ever going to get and be capable of, you know, telling us. Okay, I'll remember. I could sense Kotori's relief. It was as though the tension that had continued since the canopy had closed finally dissipated. Alright, can I say something a little bit intrusive? Just a little bit. A minor intrusion. I like you. Oh! Really? We're confessing high in the sky right now? Damn, dude, that's kind of ballsy, you know? I mean, I feel like in Aoi's position, you should sort of know that Kotori likes us, but still, like, confessing to her in the middle of the sky? Like, it's kind of like, what do they do? Like, when people, for example, propose to other people in another person's wedding or something like that, you know, where people are pressured into heavily saying yes, even if they sometimes may not want to, but just because of peer pressure or just the fact that they're in public and a lot of people are there. Like here, but here's just not sort of peer pressure, it's just the fact that we're in a confined space high up in the sky. Like even if Kotori would say no right now, it would be incredibly awkward to write down. If she says yes, then okay, awesome, happy moment. But if she wants to think about it, it would kind of be awkward too, and she can't even escape from this situation. So she's forced to deal with it, she's forced to give an answer now. But she's gonna say yes anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. I just find it a bit funny that, like, you know, I feel like it's kind of a romantic way because it can work out well, but just like if it doesn't, it'll be like worse than normal circumstances if the other person says no. I like you, and not as a friend, but as a girl. We did it! You're gonna be mine, Kotori! You heard that? Maybe it's a nuisance for you, but I want you to know. The blush. Holy fuck. Kotori stopped talking. It was an awkward silence. Just as I became nervous that I surprised her. She's... No, don't cry! I can't wipe away your tears right now! I don't have a tissue on me! I realized that Kotori was crying. Kotori? You think this is a dream? No, I'm pretty sure we're awake. You can pinch me to test if you want. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, baby! Woo! She looks so happy. While crying, Kotori spoke with all her might. Her voice carried through the inside of the canopy. I felt it not just with my ears, but with my entire body. I'm so glad to hear that. Yes, we're officially a couple, right? I felt more relieved than happy. So we both feel this way. Which means we're dating, right? Yeah, wait, forever is a pretty long time, Kotori. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I see. My happiness that I've been holding in finally boiled over. She's like thinking that we must be crazy right now. Kotori is surprised at my sudden laughter. This is all part of my master plan to embarrass you. But I couldn't stop. I was so happy. It sounded like we kind of laughed weird. Kotori! I like you! I love you! I surrendered myself to the overflowing emotions and tilted the control stick. Whoa, are we doing a 360? Loop-de-loop? Whoa, 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 whoa! The glider spins around while flying. We're expressing our emotions through the glider in the air. I'm just so happy, Kotori. Just hold on, okay? I'm so glad! Kotori says she likes me! Taking in G's inside the cockpit, Kotori answers frantically. She's like, okay, I like you, but stop doing this or I'll stop. I'll stop liking you. I like you too, Kotori! The glider spins and does a normal somersault. Like my happiness had been transferred to the glider. This is a stress test, okay? We're stress testing it to the limits. A gay-ass scolding voice came through the radio transceiver. I doubt they can hear us, right? I'm pretty sure they could not hear our previous conversation of my confession, right? I'm sorry. I just got a little excited. I panicked and leveled the plane out. Kotori, are you alright?
ちょっと目が回っただけ。
Yeah, sorry.
嬉しいのは分かったから。とりあえずおめでとう。
What do you mean Ah, she heard it. Huh? Congratulations?
おめでとうございます。
Asa!
小鳥先輩。
How do they know?
何？
Did I accidentally leave the microphone on?
さっきから全部ダダ漏れよ。おかげでこっちは水がゆくてたまらないわ。
Oh shit, they all heard us.
ああ、なんか後部座席の無線がずっとオンになってたみたい。
God damn it, no! That was not planned! Uh-oh. What?
嘘。
Oh!
無線機がトラブってるみたいね。いやー、気づくのが遅れたわ。
You could have stopped us, Ageha. She's like, oh no, this is about to get juicy. Grab some popcorns, twins. You liar! You must have realized right away.
でもおかげで素敵な瞬間に立ち会うことができました。
That's true. It is a bit weird to share it with other people like that though, but it is a special moment.
ロマンチックです。大空の告白。
Confession in the sky, hell yeah. We're both blushing like mad.
私てっきりわざと聞かせてるのかと思ってたわ。
I wasn't. These guys.
葵、あんたまさか最初から狙ってたわけ？
No, imagine if she said no, that would have been really embarrassing. Maybe. Wait, really? I had intended to tell Kotori my feelings on today's test flight. It was a chance for us to have some time alone, just the two of us. There was no worry of being overheard by anyone. Or so I had thought.
報告する手間が省けたと思って諦めなさい。通信終了。
The transmission cut off. Kotori. She's still happy? You're not mad that the other people accidentally listened in? Kotori was looking down, her face beet red. After that, we stayed in the sky as long as we could, and we took as much time as possible to land on the runway. We succeeded in landing without any problems, and when we released the lock, the canopy was open from the outside. Geha and the others greeted us with smiles so wide that they made me feel
お
ill.
かえり、お二人さん。
Don't be laughing that smugly.
おかえりなさい、先輩。
Oh god.
おかえりなさい。
Thank you girls.
さあ、朝ちゃん、夜ちゃん、小鳥ちゃんを下ろすのを手伝って。はーい。
Kotori, who came down from the cockpit and sat in her wheelchair, was blushing deeply and had an unhappy expression on her
そんな
face.
に警戒しなさんなって。別に冷やかしたりしないから。
I feel like you're already kinda doing that though, Ageha.
そうしてもらえるとありがたいわ。私、今、恥ずかしすぎて死にそうだから。
Whoa, don't die. I don't want this to be like the shortest relationship ever. I love you, and then 5 minutes after we land, she dies.
葵先輩、お疲れ様です。
On what, the flying or the confession?
いろいろとお疲れ様。
Okay, that means everything. That means both. You're going to make fun of you, aren't you? Yoru's definitely the type. Asa's eyes sparkled like those of a heroine from a comic book, and a smile crept onto Yoru's mouth. And when I blushed, my cheek was slapped from behind.
やるじゃないか。
Oh shit, Anchan was there too! Oh shit, I totally forgot about him! Even you, Anchan?
なかなかかっこよかったぞ。
The flying, right? Totally the flying part. Being told that by Anchan made me feel bashful, but also happy.
で、どうだった？この子の感触は。
Oh, like I told you over the radio, it's a little pitchy, but it's easy to pilot once you get used to it. The feeling of gliding was smooth too. The sink rate was low, and compared to the other model, it seems like it'll be able to stay in the air for longer.
なるほどなるほど。調整は？
It doesn't need anything right now.
そう。破損とか歪みがないかチェックするわ。接続部も見るから。悪いけどコックピット座って。
Yes, ma'am. Okay. I have to check whether there were was damage done to the parts during the first flight a moment ago. We will still fly it several more times today. I met eyes with Kotori for just an instant, and then headed toward the cockpit.
Kotori? Nani? Yatta ne.
Congratulations! Ageha, I'm ready over here.
Hi! Sugu iku!
Ride? Ride? That's the wrong ride. Right. From a distance away, Kotori watched blankly as we did our preparations for the next test flight. The improved glider's test flight had been a success, in more ways than one. While it needed some minor adjustments, there were no large issues. Taking break flights, we flew until sunset. In that time, Asa, Yoru, and Ageha also got to ride. All three of them, even Yoru. Damn, she's gotta feel special, okay? She's not even part of the Soaring Club and she got to ride too. Asa seemed extremely pleased and was very moved by the scenery she saw from the sky. Flying with wings that we made gave us something more than just flying. After the test flight, Ageha came with us back to the dorms, and we had a meeting to review the day while eating dinner. It actually turned into a meeting full of self-praise, where we said, "Our glider is the best, yeah!" and talked about how exciting flying had been. Afterwards, I cleaned up the area. Ageha came into the dining room while drying her hair with a bath towel. She sat in front of the fan, turned it all the way up, and put her face near it. Aren't you like not supposed to dry your hair with a fan? Cause you might get sick or something? Which is kind of weird because people do blow dry their hair to dry quickly, but I guess because that's hot air. I don't know. At least I remember my mom saying that, like, don't sit in the fan when your hair is wet, blah blah blah. Has everyone already taken a bath? It's probably one of those, you know, parents' myths. She hasn't? What is she doing anyway? Do I need to check up on my newly acquired girlfriend? During dinner, Kotori hadn't spoken much. It seemed like she was silent because she didn't want to be made fun of regarding everything with me. And what's more, she hadn't spoken for the past few days, so perhaps she had forgotten how to talk to everyone. I should. After I finish cleaning up, Ageha looks at me with a face that says, "Oh, I know you want to go now." I act oblivious and wash the dishes. A comeback? Hmm? Is that actually seriously the only reason she was so supportive and like tried to get us back together? Just so she can reclaim her #1 spot of my #1 best friend, right? Was that really your motive, Ageha? Actually, I feel like we've had this conversation before. I mean, she did say it, yeah. She said that she would do that. Well, I mean, this is the Kotori route. It'd be pretty strange and weird if I wouldn't date her in her route. What? Is there a problem? Ageha bends forward, like an old lady who loves to gossip. I don't know. Come on, like, who knows the exact time when they fell in love with someone, you know? Oh yeah, I fell in love with my girlfriend, December 12th. It was like a sunny morning, 8 p.m. Or wait, that's not morning. 8:03 a.m., 12 seconds to be exact. Like, nobody fucking knows that shit. It just kinda happened. I wonder when it was that I realized. When I came to like her as more than a friend. But even then, I wasn't thinking about her in that way. We were together every day, and we were so close that Ageha called us best friends. I didn't need to ask for anything anymore. Maybe I actually began to think about it when Kotori received that love letter. Seeing Kotori get all flustered from receiving that love letter from someone she hadn't even met, I became unsettled, in spite of myself. See, I knew it. That was sort of the turning point, right? Because then you sort of realize, oh shit, I might be losing her. Because before, they were just happy with how things were. They're like, okay, this is fine, you know? We spent the day with each other. We're good friends, blah, blah, blah. There wasn't any need or any rush to go beyond that. But when you feel like, uh-oh, somebody else is trying to get her, yep, that's when you up your game. I thought that maybe Kotori would go away. Thinking about it was heartbreaking. That's when I realized that I liked Kotori.
まあしゃあないか。もしそういう関係になってなかったとしても一番の親友だった女の子だもんね。その好きがどの好きか結構ごっちゃになっちゃうかも。
Yeah, something like that. Ageha opened the fridge and took out a bottle of cider that she had been chilling. Then she drank half of it at once. Dang, calm down, girl. No need to chug it all down at once. So, you aren't bothered by this? By Kotori and me dating? No, not that. I mean, like, sometimes it happens, you know? Things get awkward or whatever.
それはその時になってみないとわからないけど。でも、私嬉しいよ。葵と小鳥が付き合ってくれて。
True. Are you really?
二人のことは親友だし、大好きだもん。大好きな人同士がくっついてくれて嬉しいよ。
She says this nonchalantly.
まあ、やきもち焼かないかって言われると、実はあんまし自信はないんだけど。でもさ、小鳥って危なっかしいじゃん。見てて心配になるっていうかさ。
That's why I'm there for her.
けど、葵ならあの子のこと幸せにしてくれそうなんだもん。
I will try my best. I'll try my very best to make her the happiest girl in the world. Ageha.
なんつってな。ちょっと格好つけちまったぜ。
Ageha spoke jokingly and then finished the rest of her cider. Then she picked up the remote and turned on the TV.
始まってる。
The variety TV show that Ageha watches every week had already begun. Ageha took a chair, turned it backwards, and started watching TV, while holding the back of the seat. I finished washing the dishes, turned off the water, and wiped off my hands. Alright, I guess I'll take my bath.
いってらっしゃい。
Ageha spoke while facing the TV.
しばらく邪魔しないであげるから頑張ってね。
What, my bath? Do my best in the bath? With what? Didn't have to say that. I murmured this as I left the dining room. Well, we're going to Kotori, right? Because she needs to take a bath too. Hey, Kotori! Kotori! Are you there?
Wow.
Where's Kotori, Hat? Hat poked his head through the special door. Is your partner inside?
Wow.
I don't understand, but it seems that she isn't there. Where could she have gone? I wonder where she went. I thought maybe she went into the bath, but I don't hear anything from the bathroom. I wonder if she's in Asa's room. But Kotori's in a wheelchair, so she can't go to the second floor by herself. When she talks to people who live on the second floor, it's usually in the dining hall or in her own room. I wonder if she went out? Hmm.
心配しないで。毎日楽しくやってるよ。
Is she calling home?
友達もいっぱいいるし、それに今日ね。
Kotori phone home?
やっぱりなんでもない。
Actually wonder how many of you are old enough to understand the reference. Kotori! Yeah! Why does she always get so startled? It's not like we're trying to scare her. I put my hand on Kotori's shoulder from behind and spoke into her ear. Okay, maybe we did. I thought we were just like, you know, standing behind her just saying like, Kotori. But no, we like sort of creeped up on her, touched her shoulder like, Kotori. And she jumped up in her wheelchair like a cat and gave a shriek. I thought she was overreacting, but it's kind of understandable. In doing so, she almost dropped the cell phone she was holding. Wait, cell phone?
なんでもないの。ちょっとバカなアヒルにいたずらされただけ。
Huh, you're calling me a duck?
ほんと困るのよね。 でさ。
Wow. Wow, okay, Kotori, I'll remember that. She scowls at me and I mouth, I'm sorry. From behind, the cell phone was hidden in her hair. I couldn't see it. I thought she'd be staring at the stars, basking in a sentimental feeling.
わかった。じゃあ待ってるね。おやすみ。
She either called Hibari or her parents. Kotori spoke in a gentle tone she doesn't even use for us, and then hangs up the phone, or hung up. I'm sorry.
もう急に変な声出しちゃったからお父さんに本気で心配されちゃったじゃない。
Ah, her dad, huh? You were on the phone with your family, huh?
久しぶりに声聞きたくなって。
So you do miss them. You didn't want to go to their place for Oban though, but just hearing their voices, I mean, you know, that could be enough for her.
それでね、お盆の間だけ実家に帰ることにしたの。
I take back what I said earlier then. Alright, she is going back home for Oban. Really?
心配かけてばかりだし、今幸せなんだってことちゃんと報告しときたくて。
I mean, it could be good for her to go home, right? Her parents are probably worried about her, and if she just goes home and indeed just tells them how happy she is right now, she would, distill their fears. I see. Was your father happy?
すごく嬉しそうだった。だけど
But...
明日の朝迎えに来るって。
Oh. What?
お父さんが車で迎えに来るの。明日の朝に。
Tomorrow morning, you're leaving already? Your dad doesn't waste any time at all, does he? Coming the morning after a phone call must really mean that he wanted to see Kotori.
だからしばらく会えなくなっちゃう。
Yeah, how long are you going to... How long is Oban?
せっかくそのお付き合いを始めたのに。
Yeah, this is kind of sucky timing. Yeah, that's true. I guess it can't be helped. Kotori really seems sorry, but it wouldn't be right to stop her from going. Why do you look so uneasy?
だってうちに泊まるの久しぶりだし、それに。
Kotori slowly cast her eyes downward. I heard a little bit from Hibari about why you left your house. It was really painful, wasn't it? Being with your family? Watching her parents, who were engulfed in sadness, thinking that she was the cause of it, and blaming herself. It must have been so hard. Kotori nodded silently, perhaps thinking back to that time. But things are different now, right? A moment ago, her voice sounded so gentle.
あの頃はね、お父さんもお母さんもいつも悲しそうにしてた。まるで私の人生がもう終わっちゃったみたいに。
But I kind of want to know more in detail, like what exactly happened. Like all we know is an accident happened during a family trip, and the mom and dad they were kind of blaming each other, and Kotori was blaming herself, so everybody was felt some sort of guilt, right? But like, I don't mean like I want to know the truth just to find out who actually is guilty, but like, I feel like I mean, we don't know what happened, but like, I'm not sure if anyone is even responsible or whatever, but I just feel like just putting blame on yourself or putting blame on other people, it just doesn't solve anything, right? Doesn't solve anything, doesn't help anything at all. But I guess enough time has passed now that they've stopped doing that. It's just a thing that because it just happened, right? The wound is fresh.
ただ足が動かなくなっちゃっただけなのにね。私が事故に遭ったのは自分たちのせいだって思ってて、私に向かって言うのよ。ごめんね、ごめんねって。
But like, why did they apologize? Why do they think it's their fault? It's not like they pushed Kotori in front of a car or something, right?
私は心の中でいつも自分を責めてた。家族をむちゃくちゃにしてしまったのは私なんだって。
Okay, sometimes accidents just happen and there's almost nobody to blame. Unless, yeah, I mean, maybe the person that caused the accident, which could be neither of our family, right? Or her family. Look at me, already talking like I'm part of her family.
そんなのがずっと続いて
Not so fast, Luda.
もう耐えられなくてそれで家を出ようと思ったの
It must have taken a huge amount of courage for a girl who can't walk to decide to leave her house. Yeah, especially because she would need a lot of help, right? Kind of. She would it's hard for her to be independent, or at least harder than the average person because of her disability. But that means it was painful enough to make her decide something like that.
家族から逃げたかったんだけどそれだけじゃなかったわ私はまだ生きてるし人生が台無しになったわけじゃないそれを確かめたくて
Oh, that's a good outlook, you know? Like, yeah, okay, my legs may not be functioning anymore, but that doesn't mean I can't do anything anymore, right? That's why you came to Keifu Academy? Kotori nods.
慶風学園なら完全バリアフリーだし学生寮もある東京の実家から車で3時間ほどで来られるでしょお父さんも何かあったらすぐ駆けつけられるってそう思ったみたい説得するにはここがぴったりだったの工学系に興味があるって嘘をついたんだけど実際はさっぱり興味なかったから入学してからえらく苦労したわ
Was that also part of the reason why you like skipped lessons sometimes? And that's why when I transferred to the school, Kotori was at the top of her class for general studies, but for specialized studies, she was near the bottom. After she entered the Soaring Club, that changed, but it's amazing you could convince your parents like that.
私でも手に職をつけられるかもって思ったみたいどのみちバリアフリーの学校を選ばなきゃいけないから他に選択肢も少なかったしそれにひばり姉も援護してくれたの
Oh yeah, Hibari, number one big sister. I see.
そんな理由で選んだ慶風学園だったけど今はすごく楽しいし友達がいてやりたいこともあって
You even got a boyfriend now?
彼氏もうできたから
Kotori, yeah. Kotori said this part nervously and grabbed my shirt collar. Whoa!
ここに来てよかった
She's grabbing me by the collar? Thank you for coming here. I said this, and then rubbed Kotori's head softly. Her hair was glossy and felt so good to the touch. Kotori narrowed her eyes as though it tickled, and then she blushed. And you were finally able to ride in a glider, too. That must have been a hell of a lot of fun, right? Kotori suddenly became happy and raised her face. How was your first flight?
最高に気持ちよかった
Yeah, kimochi! Kotori's eyes sparkled as she spoke. It was almost like she was reporting the fun events of her day to her parents.
空を飛ぶのってあんなに気持ちがいいのね
It feels even more amazing when you fly it yourself, and someday you will.
だと思うわ
We haven't begun making Kotori's cockpit yet. We had decided to begin after the glider's body was finished. Kotori rubbed her temples as though she were thinking of a plan. What's wrong?
今日は嬉しいことが一度にいっぱいありすぎてわーってなってなんかもうわけがわかんない
It was quite an eventful day.
グライダーに初めて乗ってそれだけでも人生の絶頂みたいに幸せだったのに
And on top of that, you got a boyfriend too?
あんなところで告白なんてするんだもん
I thought it was the best time to tell you.
きっと最高だった10年経っても20年経っても思い出すと思う今日のこと
The thing is, right, I sort of mentioned about that move that, like, if it goes right, it's really, really awesome, but if it goes wrong, it's, like, really, really bad. So it sort of feels like a very risky move, right? It's sort of... It's kind of like a double or nothing move, I feel like. I feel like that sort of sums it up the best. Like, if she says yes, if everything goes well, then, like, boom, it's such an awesome, amazing thing. But then, you know, if she doesn't, you kind of lose everything. Then it was a success. I smiled a bit jokingly, and Kotori made a serious face and looked up at me.
一応確認だけど、葵くん、本気なの？
Ah, shit, you saw through it. You saw through it, girl. I was just joking. Ah, damn it. Huh? About what? Come on, you silly girl. Of course, you think I'd joke about something like that.
私のこと、本気で、その。
Like you? Oh, she even shudders at the words. Kotori put her hand on her chest as though she'd taken damage. Damn, she's role-playing. Like, oh, I got attacked by a monster. Ugh! 5 points of damage. What is it? Do you doubt me?
そうじゃないけど、いまいち自信が持てない。
Oh, come on, Kotori. I thought like Miyagi, what was his name? Miyada? Not Miyagi, not Mr. Miyagi. Miyada's letter at least boosted her confidence a little bit.
葵くんみたいなかっこいい男の子の恋愛対象に自分がなれるなんておかしいもん。
What?
世界七不思議って感じ。
I'm handsome? Hey, why don't you try saying that after looking in the mirror? She doesn't realize how cute she is. Weren't you calling yourself a beautiful girl a while ago, yeah? I do remember you yourself calling yourself a bishojo over and over again.
そうだけど、美少女ですけど。
And there it is.
こんな体だもん。
What's wrong? Your body is perfect too. Sure, part of it may not be functioning, but it looks pretty good.
葵くん優しいから、私のことかわいそうだって思ってくれて。
Girl, don't be saying that. Don't be saying that I did things for you just because I felt bad. I did nothing out of pity. I really like you, Kotori. You're cute. You think of your friends. And somehow I feel calm when I'm with you.
そうかな。でも、よく性格悪いって言われるよ。
It's only if you throw stones and stuff, if you just throw things, but that only happens when you're upset. So I'll try my best not to make you upset. Yeah, I think that's cute too.
嬉しくない。
But what about you? Do you really like me? I feel it was a good time to
好
ask.
きに決まってるでしょ。バカじゃないの？
I don't know. She answered as though my asking were totally strange.
だって葵くんかっこいいし優しいし料理も上手でちょっと意地悪でそれで
I love how among all the positives, she mentions that I have a mean side too, like it belongs with all the other ones, right? Like me having a mean side is a good thing too. She lists off my good qualities, one after another. Damn, apparently she does think that me having a mean side is a good quality. There were few things that didn't sound so nice. But anyway, maybe she just likes that part, you know? Alright, I understand. Quit saying such embarrassing things.
分かったでしょ。葵くんがどんなに素敵な男の子か。
Sure, I'm the best guy in the world! It seemed like she wanted to say, I told you so.
そんな素敵な葵くんが私のこと好きだなんてなんか変な気がする。
She spoke with no confidence, hanging her head. She's awfully stubborn, acting like this despite all that I've said. So what will happen from now on? Oh. Our faces are rather close. Kotori lifted her head, and I put my lips on hers. I had taken Kotori by surprise. Her eyes were wide open. Oh, I like this move, Aoi. It's like kind of perfect timing because she's leaving tomorrow morning. We won't be able to see her again for a while. It's like she's trying to talk, but we're keeping her quiet with our mouth. I put my hand on the armrest of Kotori's wheelchair, leaned forward, and kissed her harder. Oh yeah, see? We can even rest on her wheelchair. How was that, Kotori? Was that her first kiss even? I don't know. With a start, Kotori rested her hand on mine, which was still on her armrest, and then she squeezed it hard. Her hand was shaking slightly. Kotori, I love you. I whispered this while our lips were still touching, and then I pressed my lips onto hers again while stroking her hair. Ooh. Kotori closed her eyes. She relaxed her body and enjoyed the moment. Oh yeah, enjoyed his kiss. Kotori's lips are so soft, like marshmallows. I felt pulled towards her lips, and even as I kissed her, and she kissed me back, they were so soft. They were so lustrous and sweet. Our lips separated and she called my name. Through her slightly opened eyelids, her teary eyes, slightly twinkling in the moonlight, met mine. I asked again while stroking her hair. Now you understand how I feel, right? You don't? I guess there's no choice then. I spoke softly, taking my hand off of Kotori's hair and pulling her in for another kiss, huh? You need to double check, huh? Triple check. Kotori looked up, shut her eyes, and abandoned herself to the kiss. She's like, more! I need more! You're gonna have to make do with these kisses while we're separated, girl. I wonder how long that went on for. The wind blew, brushing Kotori's hair against my cheeks with a tickling feeling. I put my hand on Kotori's shoulders and slowly took my lips from hers. Oh? Our kiss ended, and Kotori looked at me blankly. It was like her soul had left her body. Yep, we sucked her soul out of her body with our kiss, like, give me that soul, girl. And she was sitting limp on her wheelchair. It's like, oh yeah, this is... I just totally imagine her just like totally slumped into her wheelchair. It's like no active sitting position. It's completely slumped like a sack of potatoes. Does that tell you my feelings? Mm-hmm. I spoke with my lips without saying any words. Kotori, still with a blank expression, nodded her head. One more time? You're so spoiled, Kotori. I spoke in a it can't be helped kind of way, and lightly kissed Kotori's forehead. Okay, that's it for today. You want more fan service, Kotori? Alright, here's a bonus. I kneeled down and hugged Kotori. As Kotori is sitting in a wheelchair, hugging her is a difficult undertaking. We should just sit on her lap or something. Kotori sighed into my ear contentedly. Alright, so how's that for service? Is that a good service, huh? Are you gonna leave a positive review now on Yelp? What's the Tinder? Tinder, maybe that works? I was thinking of like, what's a boyfriend-girlfriend equivalent of something like Yelp? I guess on Tinder? I don't know. I don't even know how that works. I never used that shit. I don't think... Is it even a thing here in the Netherlands? I don't know. Kotori nodded, and then looked away shyly. Alright, let's go back. You haven't even taken your bath yet, right? Yeah, I could smell you all the way from the door. Kotori suddenly went red and became flustered. No, not like that! I wasn't saying we should take a bath together. Not yet. That would totally be inappropriate right now in our point of the relationship. We only just had our first kiss. First 4, 5. But if you insist... I said as a joke. Wait, she stared at me with those desperate yearning eyes. Perhaps next time. Not so fast, girl. Step by step. And for the rest of the trip, I pushed the awfully cute and honest Kotori along as we made it back to the dorms.